The program keeps everyone negative, hyper alert, and constantly on edge. Then it convinces you to go out and target someone with no real cause, no confirmation, or no understanding of who that person is or what space in their head that they in. That's a dangerous move. Just because I don't react doesn't mean the next person won't. There's no guarantee you walk away clean every time. It doesn't matter how many people are involved. Y'all may laugh and play together, but you find out real fast when things go sideways. Is everyone for themselves and you're on your own. Eventually you cross someone who doesn't care about the rules and show you. You don't get to choose when consequences show up, and you don't get to choose whether you make it home.
Your own people here knows you and chased you, Howard.
Ain't nobody chase me, nigga. You crazy. Fool. Hey, put my jacket on me, man. It's cold out here. Do I get that favor?
You what?
Can I get a favor?
You got it. You got it on.
Stupid ass. Say, man, I'm killing you when I get out. You and your little punk brothers and that nigga there. And you don't believe you don't believe that I do something to your ass little sissy ass cousin or brother, whatever he is. He ain't nothing but a punk himself.
Rules and consequences.
Seems like everyone is suffering from the consequences of their actions.
No!
What of the dollar you murder for? Is that the one fighting for your soul? Or your brother's the one that you're running from? But if you got money, fuck it, 'cause I want some.
I told you, man, the devil!
These motherfuckers just racist. Just flat out racist.
Lock it. Where's Tom?
Shot. I don't know.
Look and see. Oh God, he is.
911. Where is your emergency?
I need an ambulance immediately at Reliable Sense. We got an employee that shot people.
Where is the person that shot him?
I don't know. We have 4 rooms back there, and when I'm in the locked room, I need police and I need an ambulance staff.
Okay, I have everybody coming. Where is the victim?
He's right next to me, and I don't know who else
is he
shot. Who else did he
All right,
shoot?
is he breathing?
Yes, he's breathing.
Okay, where is he shot?
In the chest.
Okay, do we have anything to put on the wound?
He's got his glove against it now.
Okay.
Just stay still. Is that shot?
All right, who's the person?
He shot my brother. I have 2 people shot.
Okay, where's the other?
Brother, he's trying to leave. I need police now.
This goddamn guy.
He's crazy, Lance. What are you gonna do?
Hey, what's the story with you, man? Here early, here late. You know, if they don't ask you to work extra, they don't pay you for it, right? Right, but you knew that, right?
You got a tongue in your head?
I don't know what your deal is, man. I'm guessing elevator don't go up to the penthouse type of thing. Hey, whatever, right? But this shit you do, that's hurting us. Because of you, we're getting less overtime.
Kick his ass, Lance. Maybe you'd understand that.
Wise up, window licker. All right.
As a TI, you know how it is when you find employment and you work with these people. Doing the right thing, showing up on time, being the first one there, last to leave, staying to yourself, working hard. You recognize that most things is cool for them at the job as long as you're not doing it. You can't do what everyone else is doing and get away with it. And if you do get away with it, then everyone suffers and loses their privileges. So you choose not to bother anyone to keep the peace. But that seems to be counterproductive to your whole plan, which should be impossible, being that your whole plan is to be productive and stay out the way and do your job and go home. But people seem to always have a problem with that.
Exactly. You got mad that you're mad that I'm not responding to that. I don't have to talk to y'all about anything besides work. Is that true or is that not?
That is true.
Okay, so what else are y'all mad about? I'm not training with you. You don't say nothing to me. You don't say good morning to me. You don't say anything to me. I don't even know where the animosity came from. Michaela didn't even say anything to me yesterday. I had to ask her, hey, am I training with you? She's, oh, I think so. Did you or did you not?
I did.
Exactly. So communication works both ways. Y'all not gonna keep trying to treat me a certain way, and y'all not gonna try to single me. Y'all not gonna try to single me out, and y'all not gonna keep trying to treat me no type of way.
Everybody needs to
That's
just
all
be
I'm saying.
professional.
Correct.
Do your jobs, and that's it.
Correct.
Exactly.
No gossiping,
And
no
stop the little
picking on
chitter-chatting.
people back and forth. This is not what was supposed to happen today. Okay, this was just so everybody was aware that we need to have a reset.
Correct.
Everybody needs to work together professionally and get along, and if you don't have to be friends. You guys don't have to be friends. It makes life easier, but you don't have to be. You just have to be respectful of each other, get the job done, which means let's not go back upstairs and all hash this out anymore. It's over with, it's done. Do your what do you call them? Your modules.
Yeah, your QI. You got all this time on your hand, work on your QI. So, well, sorry, got this modules.
If you send us a module that we know or understand, last time I got a module for PSR module in our last year.
So like management.
It was management management.
We reviewed these. The internet, we reviewed these, so we know that, yeah. So.
You stay to yourself, they project. You prove them wrong, they know you notice they bullshit, but you don't even bother to call them out on it. They feel like you think you better than them, which is them truly believing that you are better than them. They mind can't let it go. So they mind create scenarios which inadvertently provides you the means to prove them that you are better than them. And because they live in denial, it becomes a constant loop of bitterness and vindictiveness that they have for you. And don't let it be multiple people with this characteristic trait, because these jobs hire them for that exact purpose, to create this environment. And don't let these people be in position of power, because you're going to really have a tough time doing the basic things that everyone else do. You come to realize jobs are really social experiments, and they have a contract by the government and receive funding to allow them to bully, abuse, change, and rearrange the job, wherever and however they see fit when it comes to the target. This is a video about a guy named Jerry, who was indeed a TI and was dealing with workplace mobbing and sabotage.
On the morning of January 9th, 2018, 25-year-old construction worker Jerry Motley Jr. begins recording on his way to the office.
So, now we're recording. I'm gonna tell you, like I told these motherfuckers, like, they just did, like, outrageous, racist bullshit. It's like time and time I come into work, just racist, just flat out racist. There's no giving. Dude used the word like a million times. Boss man makes black jokes every day. My name is Black Jerry. I'm the lowest paid in the company. Been there for a year. Pretty much bullshit. And I got a best friend that works there too. So it's like, even my best friend sat there and pointed out a branch, like, oh, Jerry, which one you want to be hanged from? Him and Johnny. It's like, y'all like think like doesn't like click. Like, y'all are ignorant. Y'all just think money is the power of everything. Really, a weapon is the power of everything. I'm just basically saying you guys. And I really hope y'all do that.
One of the things that I feel like I miss so much about extreme youth is the ignorance.
When I became socially and class conscious, aware, if you will, I could not make a decision. I could not make a decision at all. There was nothing I could do to, like, I couldn't make a decision. It was something, I never got over that. You know what I mean? I was trying to live my best life, best being like the least harm that I could possibly do. I was trying to do no harm. And then it was almost like every week I would learn something new about a new thing, whether it was the gas, the car, the bills, just life in general, oil, like food. I mean, I was constantly learning. And then I started to see how people treated each other. I started to realize, like, when I was growing up, I grew up in a racially diverse school, and I never really thought about it because it was normal. But I felt like I was lucky because I had so much friends from different like regions of the world. Like, I never even really considered like the racial aspect until I got into adulthood, and people were actually racist. Like, people were really, 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 really racist. I had never, like, people who I thought would be fine were racist, and that was not something I was taught. I wasn't taught racism in my home. I wasn't taught, like, basically the amount of awareness that came to my mind is particularly during college, the amount of realization of how cops actually work. I literally, when I left high school, I literally thought cops were there to, protect and serve, and they will always act in fair judgment, and they will never, until I had my very first interaction with a police officer as an adult was terrible, was absolutely terrible. And I'm not gonna go too much into it, but I thought they were supposed to be fair people, like fair, and as long as you're doing the right thing, like everything should be fine. And I could never guess, like nobody would ever have told me, but we are ill preparing kids by not explaining to them the society that they're going into, that they're growing up in, like specifically in detail. On top of that, I don't care if it seems like it's too much, in detail what all of these little systems are, situations are, who, why do Arabs own a lot of liquor store? Why do Korean people own a bunch of beauty supply stores? You know what I mean? Like, people, once you come into the knowledge, you should teach your children the knowledge. Anyway, I'm getting all over the place, but when I gained class consciousness, when I became aware in a way about life, I did not like myself. I didn't like my world. I realized what it was. Like my mind was making connections at such a fast rate that I realized there was no amount of anything that I could really do that would make a lick of difference, that would change the hardened systems that we now all live under and rely on. And that means that we are all in some way, shape, or form participating in evil, and we can't, and the best you can do is prepare your mind. That's it. And just kind of like be like, oh, it is what it is. Like, I hate to say it, but one of the points in the Bible is to not remain apathetic. Like, one of the issues in the Bible is to don't become apathetic. Apathetic is like, I believe, excuse me if I'm wrong, but it's the opposite of love. Like, they were saying something like hate isn't the opposite of love, is apathy. It's like not caring. And that each and every day, like, I realized like how easy it is to not care. Like, you go into a space of not caring because you can't care about it all. And if you try to care about it all, it will destroy you. And this is the thing. Care about one thing, one topic in your world. This is my thing. I realized, care about one particular segment of get yourself one cause. That's it. One cause you can afford, one cause for your mind. Everything else is not on you. That's on God. And like, it's not, and that's what I had to understand, is that I can't take care of the world. That's God's job. You don't have to be apathetic about all these issues or about life or whatever, but cast those cares onto God. Get yourself one cause, work on that cause. Like, if you need a cause to spend your time on, one cause, you live the rest of your life. Don't worry about all the other causes that could be, handled. We live under a cabal. Like, that's how I see it. We live under like a cabal. In order for us to have all the stuff we have, in order for us to live the life, and so much has been taken from us, even within laws. That's a whole nother conversation, but just think about it. Like, the reason why we can't, like, I always think about how come there's no base minimum living standard that has to be met in America. Why is there destitution? Like, it's okay to be poor, but destitute is a whole different thing, right? Why is there no like base level poverty that everybody is expected to be and meet at? Like, everybody should have like food, water, shelter at the baseline, and that, like, yes, there's always going to be room for improvement, but at least having those things first, like clean water, clean shelter, food, water, and clothing, right? Food, water, shelter. Let's say that right. Yeah. So food and shelter and clothing, like the base, the bare minimum. Everything else can be worked on, right? You rise from that, but to rise from destitution is like no bootstrap, no nothing. Like, that's a whole different, that's like, but anyway, my point being is like, I forgot my point, but overall, look, just realizing that life is what it is. You can't tear yourself up. Yes, there's so much to change, but literally, I promise you, the best you can do is just pray and fortify your mind, and you can't worry about everything. That's it. Even though you might want to, but it's terrible here.
Hey, Keith.
You know, I did my first toast and butter cartoon in the bathroom wall.
Mm-hmm, it's still there.
I know. Someone drew a dick in Toast's mouth.
Oh, I was drunk.
Okay, I thought that was you. I'm an artist. It's important to preserve a little mystery.
You're not mysterious. Lenny Kravitz, he's mysterious.
Lenny Kravitz, Batman. You're on your way to the top. Newspapers, TV show, movie deals.
So you're Keith Knight?
I am.
It's funny, I didn't think you'd be tall.
Happens all the time.
I just love your work and what you say with it.
Why is it that as people of color we're always having to stand for something in our work? Just the cartoonist.
Because the world's a racist place.
And that's why I keep it light.
Keep it light.
Yeah, keep it light.
Don't move. Central lead the suspect in question.
What?
6 foot tall.
You got the wrong guy.
Copy that. This isn't the suspect.
I can't believe they did us like that. Are you cool?
Over here, man. Mr. Policeman did a number on you, didn't he? Now you can be his. It's just like having a superpower.
No.
Crazy was a superpower.
Oh, boy.
What's really going on, bro?
Earlier, I got my ass beat by the police. Now, I'm seeing things.
Houston, we have a problem. Man, you woke.
Let's pop bottles, make cupcakes.
Did you guys lighten my photo? I look like Sammy Sosa. Am I too black for my own comic strip?
No, trust me. No one's gonna ever accuse you of being too black.
I'm sorry, what?
Down here, my brother. That's right. I'm a talking trash can.
This is all wrong.
I tell you what's wrong. Those man-bun, co-opting, gentrifying devils.
So you have about 30 minutes till they trap you in the sunken place.
Well, it feels like I'm already there. If you were me, what would you do?
You let this out, so you have to deal with it. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
You know what to do.
Boy, I ain't got time for this. Is that moment in the Matrix. Do I take the red pill or the blue pill?
I've got both in my room if you want to experiment.
Boy, I ain't got time.
Minutes later, Jerry arrives at his workplace. He parks his car and calmly heads toward the front door as he'd likely done every workday for the past year. But this time, tucked into a hoodie pocket underneath his jacket, is a fully loaded pistol.
Lock it. Where's Tom?
Shot. I don't know.
Look and see. Oh, God, he is.
911, where is your emergency?
I need an ambulance immediately at Reliable Sense. We got an employee that shot people.
Where is the person that shot him?
I don't know. We have 4 rooms back there, and when I'm in a locked room, I need police and I need an ambulance staff.
Okay, I have everybody coming. Where is the victim?
He's right next to me, and I don't know who else
is
he shot. Who else did he
All right,
shoot?
is he breathing?
Yes, he's breathing.
Okay, where is he shot?
In the chest.
Okay, do we have anything to put on the wound?
He's got his glove against it now.
Okay.
Just stay still. Is that shot?
All right, who's the person?
He shot my brother. I have 2 people shot.
Okay, where's the other?
Brother, he's trying to leave. I need police now.
The dispatcher requests information about the suspect's car, but the woman on the line is unable to answer as someone delivers a crushing confirmation.
You mean my brother's shot?
Ma'am, take it. Okay, ma'am, take a deep breath. Ma'am, we have everybody coming, okay? Ma'am, somebody get on the phone with me, please. Ma'am, hello? Ma'am, hello?
What, Jerry?
As more calls reach dispatchers, they're able to learn from other employees that the suspect fled the scene in a gray Saturn.
It's a black male. He works with us. I don't know. He posted on Facebook last night, and he came to work all weird.
That lets you know they've been monitoring his social media accounts. He expressed how he felt on video, and they're still surprised as to why he did what he did.
Okay, listen, we got everybody coming to help you. Take a deep breath. What's his name?
Jerry Motley.
He shot Tom? What the? I have one
Conscious
person
and
that's
breathing?
conscious and breathing that shot. He's standing right in front of me.
All right, and what about the other person?
Other person's on the ground, looks like he's dead.
The Clinton Township Police Department arrived to the shocking aftermath of Jerry's rampage. One victim, Angelo Joe McCauley III, was treated by paramedics at the scene and transferred to McLaren Hospital with multiple gunshot wounds. In a back office, the business owner, 61-year-old Thomas Edward Badke, was found face up on the tile floor in a pool of blood, with a fatal gunshot wound to the head. The murder weapon, a semi-automatic pistol, was found near his legs, containing 7 unspent rounds. Several employees were brought into the police station and asked to describe for detectives exactly what happened.
We all gather in Tom's office in the morning to find out what we're doing for the day, and just kind of both talk and see what's going on.
These are the meetings they have about you in response to how they will be targeting you. They come together in secret because if it wasn't, why wasn't Jerry there? Why were they all together and Jerry wasn't present? That's let you know. And this type of abuse happen at every job. I'm willing to bet every job has a TI and every job has a protocol on how to treat a TI.
And, Jerry was just acting really weird this morning.
In what way? Was he not talking to people?
No,
he normally does?
No, yeah. Just not talking, and his buddy Jeff in the other room was like his best friend, and Jeff said hi to him and he's like, and just walked away, just mumbled something and walked away. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Well, anyways, we're all in Todd's office to find out what's going on. And all of a sudden, we're like, just thinking like, where's Jerry at? And then all of a sudden, we seen the back door open, and then Jerry walks out like this.
Jerry pulls the gun out and says, "You mother! I told you stop with me." Blam! Shots once.
I've been to shooting range. I know what it smells like when you shoot a gun. I'm like, what the? He shot Angelo. You can hear Angelo hit the ground.
Lori, the deceased owner's sister, described what happened next.
I can play it in my mind. Into my view came Angelo, and he's like this, and he goes, "My God, that hurts." And Jerry was there, and I said, "What the hell? What's going on?" Because I heard the sound. Was a cat gonna firework? I mean, never in a million years. And he turned and he went this way through the door. And the door slammed and boom, boom against the door. And I was trying to push against the door and I couldn't. I'm like, what is going on? Because I could hear it all against the door.
When he shot Joe, he was still going after Joe. He didn't have any intentions on going in the office because he was walking past the office. And I think that's when Dylan was right there and jumped on him. But when he was walking past the office, I could have sworn I heard him say, "I'm sick of this bullshit."
Employee Dylan then attempted to stop Jerry from firing the gun again.
I grabbed both of his wrists and threw him up against the wall, and I couldn't hold him forever, and I knew that. I held him for about 20 seconds, and then he found a way into the office, and Tom, at the time my boss, the second guy that got shot, he was trying to lock the door.
It was then that Jeff jumped in to help, but the struggle spilled over into the owner's office.
They moved into the office, and he still had the gun, and I looked, and my dad, since Jeff was on him, my dad saw that, and he went to grab his arm and try to get control of it so no one else got shot. And then I saw that, and they were leaning on my dad's desk. So I jumped on Jerry, and I put him in a chokehold. And I don't know where my dad was.
It seemed like they were all related, too. He was dealing with a business filled with gangstalkers who were all relatives, receiving minimal pay, as he said, working hard, being singled out. Seems to be the only black guy there. He was set up. Most of these jobs are setups for certain people. Stay woke.
Well, Stan.
What was it you said? I'll never get that picture? There's your hero.
Huh. I never thought he'd really do that.
See? Right there. You made a judgment call. You gotta see it as it is.
It's funny you should say that, because I was looking through some old photos and it looks very, similar.
Boundaries are essential. They keep us safe, grounded, and in control of our lives. From childhood, boundaries are introduced as protection. A child is kept in a controlled environment, shielded from danger, taught right and wrong through routine, whether they be bedtimes, meals, or simple rules. As they grow older, these boundaries expand. The child begins to explore the world, learning independence through trial and error, forming personal limits for self-preservation. But what happens when those boundaries are never respected? No Means Nothing is a psychological horror game built entirely around that question. You play as a man at his lowest point, unemployed, exhausted, and still living under the authority of his overbearing mother. He's constantly reminded of his failures. She threatens to kick him out if he doesn't get a job, an ultimatum with a deadline of 5 days. 2 days pass, nothing changes. On the third day, a coincidence, or perhaps fate, intervenes. An old friend, Radek, reaches out. Radek offers him a job at a store. Desperate and out of options, the man accepts immediately. At first, this seems like a turning point. Finally, stability. But the moment he steps inside the store, something feels wrong. The store quickly reveals itself to be more than just a workplace. Radek doesn't simply train him, he controls him. The conversations are subtle but unsettling. Radek presents himself as helpful, almost generous, yet every interaction carries an underlying manipulation. Because Radek gave him the job, he treats the man as if he owns him. Radek knows his vulnerability, he knows his desperation, and he exploits it. He pushes the man to ignore his own discomfort, to let his boundaries dissolve one decision at a time. He uses guilt as a weapon, making the man feel responsible for Radek's well-being, suggesting that saying no would make him a terrible friend. This dynamic slowly escalates. The more the man hesitates, the more Radek pressures him, and eventually it becomes clear. Radek has ulterior motives. He thrives on the man's helplessness, on his obedience, on his inability to refuse. At this point, the game gives you a choice. When everything reaches its limit, the man is faced with a final decision. If he stays grounded, if he holds onto his boundaries, he can leave the store. He cuts Radek out of his life entirely and eventually finds people who support him without control. But that choice requires him to say no, and that is something he has never been allowed to do. If he continues to repress his emotions, if he keeps ignoring the discomfort, if he gives in one last time, then Radek fully takes control. The man stops resisting. His needs, his voice, his identity all become secondary. He no longer acts out of fear, but out of conditioning. He exists only to comply. In the end, the pressure turns inward. Unable to escape Radek's manipulation and unable to confront it, the man finally snaps. He kills Radek, not out of hatred, not out of anger, but because submission was the only language he ever learned. And with Radek gone, nothing changes. The man doesn't feel free. He doesn't feel relieved. He becomes his own slave, trapped by silence, guilt, and the absence of boundaries that might have saved him. He didn't lose control when he killed Radek. He lost it the moment his no stopped meaning anything.
It's just crazy because, like, this morning I was asking what was wrong with Jerry, and, Jeff told me, did you read his Facebook status?
The night before the shooting took place, Jerry took to Facebook, leaving a cryptic post that hinted something dark was lingering in his mind. He detailed several incidents, writing, "You can't talk to another human being like that," then stating, "I put up with it for a year, no more."
Like, I was reading it, and it was just like all the people that gave me a hard time and this, and that, and I think he's talking about Joe.
Was there a history of Joe giving him a hard time? I mean, that you saw.
All right. Joe has done a lot of things to everybody. Okay. He's grabbed me by my neck and, choked me up one time at a job.
Joe the owner?
No, he's a worker.
Okay.
He's grabbed the owner's son by his neck and choked him up just for stupid little bickering arguments, and he's done it to Jeff. And he always picked on Jerry.
What other dollar you murder for? Is that the one fighting for your soul? Or your brother's the one that you're running from? But if you got money, fuck it, 'cause I want some.